I do it for the culture. I do it for the people. I do it for the love of it. I do it for the culture. I do it for the people. I do it for the love of it. My people build pyramids of light and the filament. Our light is heaven sent. That's right, we intelligent.
What's going on, world? This is your girl, Aisia Towns.
And I'm TC Lewis.
And you are now listening to
The Culture Podcast.
You know who it is. I'm not going to say my name. I am. It's Aisia Towns. And it's
TC, I love you.
And we have a very special guest. So with the Culture Podcast, I tend to want to reach out and connect, not just to get more exposure, but I want to expose other podcasters, Black podcasters, and I've been able to do that. We have Mr. INK216, a fellow Black podcaster in the freaking building. Woo!
Yo. Thank you. What's up? It's Ink.
Welcome.
You put a lot on. She put a lot of respect on my name.
I gotta re-put that respect. I gotta re-put input the respect.
Re-put the input.
Re-put the input. Oh, your breath is so sweet. It smells so good.
Yes,
How y'all doing?
I've been exposed.
We are doing very well. I'm well. I like to speak for myself, and I also would like to speak for TC because I know she's doing well because she look good.
I look good, and I'm just so close to my beautiful friend here.
What's going on, Ink? We are so glad to have you here. I'm grateful. I'm not great at social media, but I'm grateful for that platform because I found you.
Facts. This is it. You know what? Like, I had to remind myself because we connected so quickly that I was like, I'm pretty sure we had never met, but this is cool.
Yeah, but
like,
it
was comfortableness. It's a level of comfort.
Yeah, a level of comfort and divine order because I can't tell you how many times I've reached out to other, and you're also a poet, a spoken word artist, and a producer. So it's so many things we're going to get into, but I'm just grateful for your humility because I've reached out to people, and that's where we're going to leave that right there.
Right, the reach is real, but the reach back is not.
Man.
The reach is real. However, peace and blessings to everybody. What's going on? So you said you listened to our last episode where we were talking about Kanye. And we were talking about a certain subject that was close to you and close to a lot of us, including TC.
Especially me. And that subject is
customer service.
Yeah, customer service. I'm all about customer service. I work and I have worked in customer service a really long time.
So can you tell us why we get bad service? Can you please analyze the horrible service that we receive and also analyze the great customer service we receive?
And while you're at it, could you please highlight or enlighten us as to why fast food customer service is terrible?
Oh man, you know what? It's way simpler than people think it is. The fact
really?
that this is way simpler than like anything you could probably think of right away. The fact of the matter is that people in general, people who are good at customer service, usually don't want to work at places like fast food restaurants. Myself included, I don't necessarily want to work at a fast food restaurant. The pay is not awesome.
So don't work there,
no, I get
motherfucker.
It. I get it, but without workers,
and not motherfucker as in you,
but without workers,
yes,
and without highly trained and programmed robots, there is no fast food.
Well, see, this is the thing, though. I know of an establishment called the Whole Foods.
Whole Foods is amazing.
They have excellent customer service, but that is because they
even if when you're shopping with a food stamp card, they're like, "Oh, come in here."
I love Whole Foods.
They said we welcome you. Please, people of all income levels, come and eat the Whole Foods. Before I was interrupted, the
shade. We're indoors.
The shade is okay, magnificent. So But seriously, Whole Foods, they have a lengthy process of making sure that the people that they hire are genuinely excited to work there. Now, I know the goal of the Wendy's restaurant chain is not to provide highly exceptional customer service. However, they still want to make money, right? They could be making even more money if the people who work there were genuinely nice and just skilled at... They give a training class. I don't know.
And I think another thing is you also have to realize where a lot of these places are located. Like, yeah, there are fast food restaurants in the hood, but when you go to the suburbs, and the thing about the suburbs is people who live in the suburbs usually pay more for housing, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And they don't need to work at fast food restaurants. So therefore, Daquan, Tyrone, and you know what I'm saying,
they're going out to Willoughby.
They're coming out right. Mm-hmm. So that you got a whole new dynamic of a reason, you know, they got another reason why they might not want to go out there. They got to go through maybe a couple other suburbs to get there. And it might not,
people get ready. Because the change is coming. We're going to petition for a customer service training class in our hearts.
Yes, because we're licensed customer service
and I
trainers.
Can tell you two places that I know, to me, in my personal opinion, probably had the best customer service, period. You already mentioned Whole Foods, and they're right up there. Chick-fil-A.
Oh, no. We banned, Chick-fil-A is banned from this podcast. Please.
That's fine. That's fine. And I won't even say their name anymore. But
we went, I'm not going to lie, I did see a video.
My pleasure.
Where she was like, I saw a video. I'm going to actually post it so you guys can see it, what I'm talking about. I'll post it on the Instagram page at _culture now. She pulled up to the Chick-fil-A and she's like, hey, queen, beautiful queen, we're going to buy you a house. And she said, we'll give you 2 free meals. Like, oh my God. And then she switched to like, it was like McDonald's. She was like, what, bitch? What do you need? What?
Facts.
Go ahead. Hold on.
It's night and day.
But Chick-fil-A ain't woke, though. But still.
They are so not woke.
But they do get good customer service. And that's why they got good customer service, because they know they sleep. And they want us to come in there, you know what I'm saying, thinking they woke. They don't care. But anyways, regardless of the fact, please, if you're working in customer service, do well. Provide. Don't you want good customer service? So just provide us with good customer service.
I mean, would you want your grandmother going to a place where she was treated badly?
Not at all.
Just trying to get a meal fastly.
She's spitting bars over here. Ashley. Oh. Shut up. So back to you, Ink. Thank you for diffusing or refusing or igniting or relighting. Oh, bars. I mean, I'm listening. I'm feeling it because you're a poet and you know it. So, Ink, what does INK stand for?
It stands for I Know Nothing.
Explain.
It is basically an acronym I came up with a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like a pledge and a humble way of saying that I don't ever want to stop learning, because if I ever walk into the room and I am cocky enough to feel like I'm the smartest person in the room, then I don't feel like I can learn anything.
Yes. Ink, though.
And it's spelled incorrectly.
Thank you. That was my next comment.
To further the actual name. You get it? Like, I know nothing. I don't know how to spell either.
That is actually really good. I didn't
actually know how to spell.
I thought you know how to spell, but that's actually really good, because we got the little unks and young Nuki spelled with a Q. So dick. I don't understand, why can't we have an ink with an I know N-O nothing. That's a really good play on words.
But the nothing is with a K.
Correct.
K-N-O-T-H-I-N-G.
How do you spell no? Like, I know how to spell.
Man, K-N-O-W. Listen, y'all, it's getting deep and real up in here. I know nothing. However, I know everything.
But another thing is like the humbleness of saying I know nothing is like I don't know is like one of the most powerful phrases anybody can say. Because
Truth.
How many times have you asked somebody something and they try to come up with the answer and they really don't know?
Exactly.
And they just wasted some time when we could have found out the answer to the question. But you just like,
I don't know.
Well,
it kind of puts me in the mind frame. It's like, I don't know that phrase and I can't.
Yeah. It's like so many people speak with so much certainty when the truth is you probably don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that is?
Ego.
That's deep.
Ego.
And you know, ego.
It's spelled EGO.
Not to be confused with ego.
Right. That's what I wanted to say. And we're talking about the ego. Ego is sickening. It's a sickening and damaging thing.
That's a drug.
It's a drug because you're up so high, i.e. Kanye West. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm throwing shade. I truly don't give a fuck.
I don't even know if it's... I think he literally just is insane. That's all.
I don't believe that.
Nothing major. He's just crazy.
I don't believe that.
And I think you were spot on when you said that... I think it was you that said that. It might have been... I don't know. One of you said...
It was me.
That when his mother passed...
We lost him.
That was it. And I agree.
Yeah, seriously.
A lot of people are like, oh, it's Kim K. Like, no,
no,
she
it's
probably
not.
don't help, but he was already crazy.
Yeah, he after we lost the true Kanye. Wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West. We lost that when he lost his mom. So, but that's a whole nother conversation. I ain't gonna get back into it because I said my rant and I'm done with it. You know, I pray for his peace and peace because I put a T on peace because that's how intense his peace.
That's like Marlon Wayans with the.
Yeah, for real. I pray for his peace and his peace. So what's going on with you? You have a lot out, and you are extremely talented.
Thank you.
Tell us some of the projects that you're currently working on.
My most current project that I'm working on, I'm developing, producing a monthly event held at Central Christian Church on East 105th. We were just there yesterday. Shout out to Aisia for showing up.
Yeah, she came through.
Hang it.
Woo woo.
And it's called Positivity from a Poem. And it was. I plan on having the event once a month, every month on a Saturday. Next month we're aiming for the last Saturday of the month.
I might be co-hosting.
Okay.
Wink, wink, nigga.
Speaking it into existence.
For all of those of you who like to poem.
Oh, and positivity here in Cleveland.
So the event is an event. It's held inside of a church. It is not a church event.
Explain that, because when I saw the flyer, I was slightly caught off guard. That's why, like, some of the people that I invited, it was like, oh, girl. Go ahead. Because I also want to talk on that,
Is
too.
that the sound that they made?
Ooh, girl.
All right, Cardi. So the senior pastor, Pastor Hardy, I met her while attending Ohio Media School, and right,
I know her.
You know her, right? She's a senior pastor.
She's so beautiful and nice,
and she is a hugger. Love her to death. Mm-hmm. And she found out I was talented and the things that I was talented in. And originally, she wanted me to be a part of an event at her church on a Saturday. And it ended up being another artist who was supposed to put together the event with his production company, but that fell through. Right. And I said, hey, I can take over and I can galvanize the people and we can get this going on.
Galvanize on through then. Okay.
So that's what we did. And we, that was the second event that we did yesterday. And I plan on continuing to do it. And it's basically an event where I get artists to come and share their talents, poets, rappers, singers. I'm kind of open to all of it.
You used to go last Saturday of the month.
Yeah, we're aiming at Central Christian Church, East 105. The address, I believe, is 679.
Well, if you don't know, just say you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not positive.
He knows nothing.
But you can follow me at INK216, and you can definitely go through the post and see the actual address for sure. That I know.
Absolutely. So you have a video montage on YouTube called Sounds Like a Mixtape,
yes.
which was one of our first virtual interactions where I was like, man, after we had connected on social media, and I'm like, can you have a YouTube channel, or how can I listen to your podcast? How can I find some of your music, or whatever the case may be? And man, I just was not expecting that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Skeleton Studios.
Shout out to Skeleton Studios.
Skeletons.
Shout out to the Scales. I don't know if they call themselves that.
What they do now.
Okay, right.
We just made it a thing.
Right, we just made it a thing. So you have songs, and the first one is more of a spoken word to a background of music performance, where you're walking through the city and you're in. It's just, y'all check it out. If y'all can check it out right now, wherever you are. Wait, after you finish listening to this episode.
Of course.
Don't cut the episode off.
Afterwards.
Right.
INK216. That's the name of the channel on YouTube. INK 216.
And those are the numbers, not, you don't have to spell
the numbers.
that.
You don't have to spell it out. I don't make it too complicated.
Right. So tell me about that process of Sounds Like a Mixtape. How did that come about? How did you get that thought process to make a montage, or creative, artistical? I don't know if artistical is a word, because it's not.
And who was editing like that?
Man, that was cold.
Okay, so I worked at Melt, one of my customer service jobs. I worked at Melt and Minner, and Sam Skelton.
Shout out to Cheese.
Shout out to Cheese. I love cheese. I love ice cream. That was random. Anyway, so I was working at Melt, and Sam was one of the people I was working with. We both did the same position. We were servers, and I think somebody else got my mixtape. I still have some of my physical copies of my mixtape.
Okay.
That I was just kind of handing out because
for exposure.
I was charging $5 for them, but I was just like, look, listen to it. If you want to give me $5, cool. But I really want you to listen to it. Mm-hmm. That's way more important right now than So I don't even think he had the actual mixtape at first, but he heard it.
Okay.
And he approached me about working with me. So like how you told me, you were talking about how you reach and people don't reach back. 99% of the time, it'll work out. Yeah. In some way, shape, or form, or fashion. So he reached out to me. We kicked around. He was like, yo, we got to make a video. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all right, cool. But you know how it is. People say they're going to do something, and they don't, I don't like invest too much thought into it too much. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's do it. But he kept saying, oh, yeah, I got these other projects. I got these projects and this and that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So eventually, at some point, he got back to me and he said, yo, I like this song, but I like that song too. And I was like, all right, what you want to do? So right. So then he came over, he was like, yo, you seen Beyonce Lemonade? I'm like, yeah.
Let's put on some dresses and get like that.
Let's squeeze. Shout out to
Pause.
Young Thug.
Pause.
Young Thug.
All right, so
that's funny.
So real talk. So all right. So he came to me with the Beyonce Lemonade idea, and I picked 3 songs. He agreed with the 3 songs that I picked, and then we started coming up with a storyboard. We started coming up with the financial contracts and everything, and we made it work. And the actual music was already out, but I didn't have a visual for it until this came about. So it's a 3-part video. So we put the 3 parts out separately, and then we put the whole video out.
It's like it's just like a short film, a musical montage.
Yeah, and the reason it's called Sound Like a Mixtape. The whole mixtape was called Sound Like a Mixtape. It was actually EP, and it's 9 tracks on it. And the reason it's called that because of a Drake verse. Like I thought it was like y'all can feel however y'all feel about Drake. This don't have nothing to do with it.
I love him.
That's cool. And, I like Drake's music, but the reason it was called that is because one of his lines.
His music and his face.
Especially his face, huh?
Right.
So
only with a beard and a mustache.
So he said in one of his lines. He said in one of his lines, "Drop the mixtape and it sounded like an album." So I immediately, I started conceptualizing it. I was like, you know what? I got a plan. I want to drop an EP that people hear and they be like, "Yo, this sound like a mixtape." Then I want to drop a mixtape and people be like, "Yo, this sound like an album." And then when it comes to my album coming out, I want people to be like, "Yo, this sound like a classic."
Cause listen, let me tell you something. I have a few friends who are singers and rappers and stuff and producers, and I'm telling you, I'm one of the most honest, straightforward people on this earth. And that's something I pride myself in. And they send me music on a regular. We don't live in. They send me music on a regular basis. What'd you think about this? And I've been doing this since I was a kid.
That's so hard.
And I'm like, look, you gotta, because they know everything. I come from love. I always come from love. I love our people. I love us so hard. I come from love, but I'm not about to have my people out here looking crazy, especially if I'm personally involved. Like, these are friends. These are real life families, friends and family. So they send me their stuff, and I'm like, ooh, I want you to turn that down. I want you to change this. Why don't you put a little bit more guitar in here? Put a little bass. And I'm saying this, I'm coming from for real. Every line, everything that, not only because it was inspirational, sounds like a mix, not only because it was inspirational, but because it was honest, it was open, the flow, the way you rode the beat, everything was, for me, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I shared it with, I went to a small event last night and I shared the goes only with my sister. She was like, "Oh, what's this? This new?" I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, it's new shit. Ain't it lit?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I thoroughly enjoyed it. If I didn't, I'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Right.
So moving right along. Let's talk about.
If she didn't enjoy it, you wouldn't be here, bro.
Yo, you definitely wouldn't be here.
That's what's up.
But
And also,
and if I didn't enjoy your podcast, I'd have probably found some type of way of being like, you know what?
I got church.
Hey, but how come you don't never say anything nice about my music art?
Moving right along. So basically,
okay, Nikki.
Moving right along. Nah, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm looking to, experience more of your artistic,
thank you,
creativeness, because it's super dope.
So I have a question. So I did enjoy the montage video of your song. Curious, the person in the background.
Okay, which person? There's a couple people in the background.
Okay, so it's more than one person. I thought it might be the same person, just kind of playing different roles.
No, I actually, shout out to my cousin and the people who were able to show up and be there to be my extras in the video.
My favorite was the person towards the end who lovingly flopped onto the ground behind you.
That's Josh. Shout out to Josh Dobey. What up, man? We actually got something that I can't say when it's gonna come out, but we got something that we recorded a while back that should be coming out hopefully soon. It's called I Point.
Can I be an extra in the video?
We already shot the video.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
So late.
But I will keep you in mind.
Be quiet, Nikki.
I will keep you in mind.
Thank you. I would like to.
I share the love for sure.
Flop.
You
down.
Flop.
So, you know what?
I'm gonna
edit this out.
I'm gonna remake Master P. Make them say, you know how they was on the court. And
right.
She can flop.
I'm gonna edit this out.
She can flop.
We're having a great time. So I'm glad we have you here because
fun here on the Culture Podcast.
The last time we had a black king here.
Last time you had a black king here,
we weren't able to talk about sports because I didn't feel like talking about anything outside of him and what he was doing. Shout out to Cortez Harris. Cortez Harris. Shout out to Cortez Harris.
Small world.
Well, you know him?
I'm pretty certain that this is the same Cortez I know.
Because I have his book.
How long ago was that?
This was the episode before the last episode. This is called Black Professional Teacher. He's super awesome. Reach out,
Because
Cortez.
Cortez, reach out to me, bro.
He got locks now.
Yeah.
He's a
it kinda
teacher.
stayed on the
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. He said right in that chair. Hit me up, bro. I just wanted to be a part of that moment that he was doing. So, but TC, she was not here, and
I'm still not here.
you are, and I didn't feel. I had a good. I was having a good time vibing with him and connecting. I know him through my sister, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I didn't get a chance to talk about hot topics sports and shit.
He was a cool dude. He actually he was at a couple of my he was at least one of my poetry events that I used to host at Coffee Fix.
Yeah, he's dope. But I didn't get a chance to talk about sports. So now that we have you here and TC's here,
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
I want to talk about the Lakers and the Rockets.
I put on glasses because everyone else has on glasses.
Thank you for telling us that.
Excellent observation.
Appreciate
I
it.
didn't even think about
We
that.
need video. We're gonna listen, everybody. If you love the Culture Podcast, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at @the_culture now. Also follow my personal page as _Asia Towns.
And follow me, TC Lewis, at TEE_CEEZY on the Instagram. Also, send a check made out to Taryn Lewis.
That's how you feel with them glasses on?
Yes.
You want to talk like that?
She got an accent.
And
with glasses
right.
on.
And please follow Ink at
INK216 on most social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm probably forgetting something. SoundCloud, you can go to Ink216. You can look me up also for my music on Bandcamp, Ink216.
Sweet. Also, basically the point I wanted to make is you can also donate funds to us on Cash App. Hashtag Village Up. That is the shout out to Village Up Branding, the parent company of the Culture Podcast and the production company that produces every podcast that we do.
Also, $TIERAN 5K. That's my personal account.
Thank you. And would you like to share your personal Cash App?
You know what? I'm good.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Good.
So yeah, you can definitely Cash App and make donations to the Culture Podcast on Cash App. Hashtag Village Up. And also,
Thank you.
so we want to talk about the Rockets and the Lakers.
Yeah, man. They got real. They got real.
So
real fast.
TC, I'm not sure if you saw. I did not watch the game.
I did. I saw the game.
But I saw all of the rumbling and tumbling of the gentlemen. So basically, but I remember Rondo. Is it Rajon
Rondo.
I remember him from the Massachusetts Bostons.
The Massachusetts Bostons?
What is it?
The Boston Celtics?
Boston Celtics. Celtics.
I'm glad I'm here.
I am also. I remember him with green on.
Yep.
Let's say that.
And the little white man.
Right. He had yeah. And him and CP, but you know what? Rondo is a fireball. He's a loose cannon, but he's great. He's a great player. However, bruh, you cannot spit in nobody's face.
Yeah, they got real.
So what happened was, and you're spitting.
That's one of those things you hear and you just feel like she said to spit.
Right. I just start slobbing, I think. I don't know.
Excuse me, I had to adjust my glasses.
So I was like so upset. I was immediately upset because the way he spit, he's like trying to sneak do it. But as you can see when they zoomed in, that he spit on his face.
Yeah, man.
Like on his cheek, like
I'm
next to
gonna
him.
be real with you. He probably gonna get a really stiff penalty.
Yeah, I think he might be ejected from the NBA.
He's gotten in trouble
No, I
many
don't know,
times,
but
I don't know about all that. But yeah, it's gonna get real.
This may be one of those white cop on black crime situations where he just gets a slap on the wrist.
I I don't know, man.
Well, Rondo, he has a history though. He has a history. He has a aggressive, violent history. I don't like to say violent because it's such a harsh word in my opinion. He has an aggressive history.
It's kind of like if T.I. got caught with a bunch of guns at this point.
Yeah.
Bunch of illegal guns. This is like, really, T.I.?
Yeah, you're done.
Seriously, guys?
I love T.I., but so what was your take on that?
Well, I watched it, and at normal. Okay, so I watched most of the game. I fell asleep, woke back up right after the game was over. Right? No, the game was just over, and they started just showing the fight, and I'm like,
damn, I missed that fight. I did not need that nap.
Right. So
I would rather watch the fight.
Then SportsCenter was talking about it, and then the after game interviews, and Carmelo Anthony was the first person who said, "Yo, he spit on him." And what's crazy though, I mean, not what's crazy
because he was right there.
That's his homeboy too. CP3, they was cool. You know, the banana. You heard about the banana boat? They go on vacation together and all of that. So like I was like, what? I was like, all right, but can they prove it? Sure enough, the video
came right out.
I said, wow.
He's out of here.
Listen to me. You're not going to spit on me, especially not in front of that many people and in front of a national audience.
Not in front of that many. So if it was just one person, you could spit on me a little bit?
No. But I'm saying in front of all of those people, even if you calmed yourself down not to take it to the extreme.
He literally slid his mouth to the side and was like, y'all heard that sound? He did that. And I was like, I started shaking. I almost punched. I was at the grocery store. I almost punched somebody in the back of their head.
I'm going to tell you the craziest part about it.
I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. I just saw somebody get spit on.
I'll tell you the second craziest part about it. Brandon Ingram for the Lakers comes in.
Oh, my God.
For whatever reason, he felt like, yo, team fight.
And then somebody threw their shoe. I'm lying. I ain't see that part.
No, Cardi B was there.
I was like, Brandon Ingram, why, bro?
Yeah, it was crazy. And then
did y'all ever see the Malice in the Palace? Did y'all ever see that? That's
Who is CP3?
That's Chris Paul, the one from
That's
the State
what I thought. Why is he number 3 though?
That's his number.
Oh, shit.
I thought his father's name was.
I thought
his
it was
name
Chris
is
Paul, but I
he
thought
wears the number 3.
But I didn't know if he was retired or not, and so if there may be another CP person, and this is the third one.
CP person. I thought it was.
Oh, and also I thought y'all was talking about colored people time when y'all said we were going to talk about this.
Not from the State Farm commercials.
Right. This episode is really a teaser. We have a 2-part series. Just two parts. Featuring.
Yeah, we just showed you the nipple, but not the whole breast.
We're just teasing you guys because we are connecting as a podcast unit. 2 different podcasts coming together and turning the flunk up.
It's WOPU, Our Podcast United.
Yes, Our Podcast United. And if you are a podcast and you're listening to and you want to connect with us and also join us and you're here in Cleveland or in the surrounding areas, please don't hesitate to email us at believetheculture@gmail.com. This has been almost too much fun.
Yes, this has been a blast.
This has been a lot of fun. We have a lot of bloopers
on the mic
that
and
we're
off
gonna
the mic.
On the mic and off the mic. We're definitely gonna release a lot of footage. We need to get video in here because we're having a great time, and this is what I love to do.
I had a sip of Red Bull.
There you go. See, I say that?
At
Then
the
I
radio
said that.
station.
I said this is
this
pure crashing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you were acting hyper because you had got up and did a handstand.
But yeah, right. And then, but I was I also get very high off of doing work at the station. So
okay, so that makes sense why you came in and did the twerk video.
And the twerk video, a whole video that you was like, hold this.
I was like, why is she twerking?
And then you were like doing the handstand, pop it on the handstand.
And I was just over here like, I guess this is for the culture.
Like,
this is for the culture.
I was doing it so hard, you saw the P actually pop out of my, like the imprint of the letter P on my pants.
I was like, all right.
P for the pants. Yeah, this is for the culture. Listen, everybody, we want to thank you guys for tuning into this teaser. It's not as long as some of our other episodes. However, this is a teaser.
This is a teaser.
We're just
but
showing what we
no
just said.
means no and yes means yes.
No means no, yes means yes. And we want to thank INK216 for coming out. And stay tuned for the 2-part series featuring INK.
Right.
It's going to be us two and INK. And we might throw in an extra guest. Who knows? He don't know nothing.
You already know.
He knows nothing. This is your girl, Asia Towns.
And TC.
Yo, and I'm INK signing off.
The culture, all I see, IMC for the culture. It be my ID for the culture. The culture, it grows in me for the culture. For my people, I'm choosing.